Hello, good evening. Staffordshire Police are appealing for help in finding two toddlers who police say have been taken from their mother. Police say Nala Khan, who's 2, and her brother, 10-month-old Suleiman, were taken from a hotel in Hanley in Stoke-on-Trent by their father, Salim Tahir, from Nottingham. They're also believed to be with their grandmother, Denise Smith-Sellers. They were last seen in Selly Oak in Birmingham at around 8 last night. Police are appealing for them or anyone with information to contact them. Relatives of victims of the Birmingham pub bombings have protested in London outside a peace conference attended by Sinn Féin President Gerry Adams. The explosions nearly 40 years ago, which killed 21 people, were blamed on the Provisional IRA, which has links to the Republican Party. Those at today's protests called on Mr Adams to name the killers. Nearly 39 years ago, 21 people and hundreds more were injured when Irish Republican terrorism hit Birmingham. Bombs planted in the Mulberry Bush and Tavern in the Town pubs caused devastation. The Provisional IRA were blamed for the bombings, something the terrorist group never accepted. But with their links to the Republican Party Sinn Féin, protesters calling for justice for the victims used today to call on its president to name those responsible. Brian and Julie Hambleton lost their 18-year-old sister Maxine in the attack.
One of the IRA bombs blew my sister to pieces. I'd only have 2 questions for him. One is, are you or have you ever been a member of the IRA? And 2, why can't you hand over the names of the perpetrators who killed my sister and all the other victims?
Sinn Féin doesn't shy away from dealing with the past, and clearly if we're going to have reconciliation it has to be on the basis of mutual trust and respect. I've had no contact with me, that's first of all, and secondly I don't have all the answers to anything any more than any other human being could have all the answers.
6 men were convicted 9 months after the bombings. The Birmingham 6 spent 16 years behind bars, but in 1991 their convictions were quashed, meaning no one was brought to justice for the murders of 21 innocent people. Justice the campaigners say they'll never stop fighting for. A fundraising event this evening will raise money for the funeral of a father from Leicester who was murdered last month. 20-year-old Antoine Akpom was stabbed in Kent Street. Organisers say the event being held at a nightclub in the city will be a celebration of the football coach's life. 2 men have been charged with his murder. A man from Nottinghamshire who helped save hundreds of passengers on the Titanic has been honoured today. Harold Cottam from Loudon was a wireless operator on the RMS Carpathia when the Titanic hit an iceberg in 1912. He alerted his captain, who turned the Carpathia around, picking up 705 survivors. Today, members of Mr Cottam's family were present as a blue plaque was unveiled in his home village.
I think he was a very quiet man, he didn't talk about it, but I feel very proud.
It's quite humbling because he didn't want to force, and he did save those 705 lives. And if he hadn't been listening in when he shouldn't have been, there would be no story. We wouldn't be here today.
Football now, and in the Premier League, West Midlands side Stoke and West Brom played out a goalless draw, meaning both sides are still in the bottom half of the table. In the Championship, Leicester beat Huddersfield and Derby beat Watford, while rivals Nottingham Forest drew 1-1 with Bournemouth. In League One, Peterborough beat Shrewsbury and Wolves failed to match them near the top as they could only draw with Coventry City. Elsewhere, Port Vale lost to Sheffield United and Walsall beat Stevenage. And in League Two, Cheltenham lost to Rochdale, Burton beat Chesterfield and Northampton and Mansfield both drew. Time now for a look at the weather forecast. Here's Emma Jesson.
Hello there, I do hope you're enjoying your weekend, as indeed I am enjoying this beautiful picture here. Keep those shades of autumn coming, we do enjoy seeing them. Now the weather over the next few days is going to be a bit of a funny one. We've got low pressure out to the west of Ireland, and that's just going to keep sending these weather systems and troughs through over the next few days. Not too bad if you happen to catch one of the quieter spells in between the showers, but in the bands of showers it's going to be very blustery and very, very wet. Now at the moment there will be some heavy thundery showers across the region. region. But then for the bulk of the first part of the night, it looks like being mostly dry. Maybe until about 4 or 5 in the morning, just before dawn, the next lot of rain comes in. It could be very heavy and very thundery again. But all these bands of showers are quite fast moving, and so by the time we get into tomorrow morning, yes, there'll be a few showers lingering, but there will still be some good brighter spells. Like I say, if you happen to catch one of those and you get out of the wind, it's not going to feel too bad at all. But in and around the showers, it will be quite blustery. All of those moving away northeastwards, though, by the afternoon, highs of 15 Celsius, just slightly down on today's values. But not too bad, mainly dry by the time we get to tomorrow evening. And then we've got the next system coming up from the south, where we would on Monday. So very, very wet indeed, very windy, very blustery. And then on Tuesday, a lot more rain around. By Wednesday, we're in an unstable southwesterly flow, but it should be a better day, a brighter day, just a bit showery. Bye-bye.
Just before we go, there's time to show you a new crime-fighting method in Birmingham. Banjo-playing policeman Sergeant Giles Dean has written this song warning people to secure their homes from burglars. And you can see the full version on our website, that's itv.com/central. That's all we've got time for tonight, though we'll be back at 6:30 tomorrow. For now, though, good night.